Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to create this berry look for you guys. So to start off, I'm starting with my eyes because the eyes are really dramatic and there might be some fallout. So to start off, I'm just priming my lids with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And honestly, this stuff is amazing. I highly recommend it. If you haven't tried it already, go out and buy it. I'm not sure the price of it, but it works so well. And then to set my primer, I am just going into my Tartelette palette and picking up Supermom and just packing that all over my lid. Once I'm done setting my lids, I'm going into this Anastasia Dusty Rose shadow, and this is going to be used as my transition color in my crease and upper crease area, and I am just blending that out with my Sigma E40, of course. Obviously, I use that brush all the time, but since this is a berry color, I thought it would be appropriate to use like pinky purples for this transition shade. So that is what I am doing here. Then for my actual crease color, I'm going into Red Earth, which is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just focusing this more into my crease area, and I'm just using that same Sigma E40 to blend it out. Since this is going to be more of a dramatic eye, you want to make sure that you're blending everything out so everything like flows together and looks good together rather than harsh and choppy, which will not look good together. So make sure you blend. And then for a halo or sandwich effect, as some people call it, I'm going into Makeup Geek Bitten, and I'm just taking that on a Sigma E25 and putting it on the outer corner of my eye, into my crease, and also on the inner corner of my eye. So I really wanted to make sure this blended and looked good, so I just went in with a little bit of shadow at a time and just packed it onto the areas that I wanted, just because I didn't want to have a lot of product and then not be able to blend it out and then it look crazy and just look like I had a big black bruised eye. So you want to be careful when you are using colors like this and make sure you pack a little bit on at a time, and of course go back in and blend and make sure everything flows and looks seamless. Seamless is my favorite word to use in my videos, obviously. And then for the star of the show, I just picked this up. This is the MAC Cosmetics Extra Dimension Shadow in Ready to Party. Oh my god, they are so pigmented and so creamy and so easy to use. Like, that's it dry and it's so pretty. But I wanted to amp up the shine and sparkle and make it look more metallic, so I just went in with MAC Fix Plus and just sprayed it on my brush, and oh my god, it's so pretty. And then I just went back in to make sure everything blended together and there was no choppy, harsh lines. And just to add a little more dimension to the eye, I went in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Mark and the black shadow from her. I don't know what it's called, but it will be listed on my website. And I just put this a little bit on the inner corner and on the outer corner because I really wanted my eye to pop and you just to see this and just to add extra dimension, like I said before. And I just went in with a couple different brushes to blend it out because for some reason it did not want to blend out. So I just went in with a few of my favorite brushes that I love to use for blending, and eventually it all came together. So now I am just going to clean up my under eye area and kind of sharpen up the line on the outer part of my eye, just because I'm not going to do liner for this look. So now I am just taking Smashbox Primer Water and spraying that all over my face, and taking this Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. I don't know, this hasn't really changed. I always use this stuff in my videos, so there's nothing new there. And then to brighten my under eye area, I am taking a salmon colored concealer from the NYX palette, and I'm just putting that underneath my eyes to kind of help conceal those dark circles and just brighten up my under eye area. So something I've been doing a lot more recently is putting my concealer on before my foundation, so I am going to take MAC NW20 and NW25, mix those together, and just put them everywhere I already put the salmon highlighter, and also a little more on my blemishes. This makes it look more natural underneath the foundation rather than on top of the foundation, because when you conceal pimples, it can be really hard, so I find it a lot easier to do it before I put on my foundation, and it just kind of takes away the redness, and it just doesn't look as prominent as when you do it or after your foundation, I mean. So I just took a beauty blender and blended that out and made sure I went over all the areas that needed to be covered up. Then for my foundation, I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and I am using shade 106. And I love using this with the beauty blender. I feel like it goes on a lot easier and it looks way more natural and smoother when you use a beauty blender opposed to a brush. So if you didn't like using this foundation with a brush, I definitely recommend using it with a beauty blender. It just picks up any extra product that you don't need, and it just really helps it blend into your skin nicely. As you can see here, it looks like a nice airbrushed finish, which I love. Then to highlight, I'm going in with the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the shade Light, and just putting this everywhere I want to brighten up my face. So my under eye area, the bridge of my nose, in between my eyebrows, and a little bit on my chin. And just taking my handy dandy beauty blender and blending that out. Honestly guys, if you don't have a beauty blender, go get one. They are so universal. You can use it for anything, and they are amazing. Amazing. Now to set my under eye concealer, I am just going to be taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and picking up the banana shade called Lyric, and just using the Kat Von D brush with it and just putting this underneath my eyes. If you don't have the brush with this palette, then you need to go get it, because I've used other brushes with it and it does not work for me with other brushes. I don't know why. So now I'm just going to go in with some eyeliner, and this one's from Tarte, and I'm going to be putting it in my tight line and in my waterline. And of course I poke my eye almost every single time. I know it's creepy, but it's whatever. And then just to set my waterline, I just went in with some black eyeshadow because sometimes it runs and it's not cute, so I decided to put some black shadow on it, and it stayed all day, not lying. And then for my under eye area, I'm taking Bitten on a Sigma E15 and just putting that along my lash line, and then taking Dusty Rose from Anastasia and just smoking out my lower lash line with that. And then to highlight my inner corners, I'm taking MAC Shroom on a Sigma eyeliner brush and just popping that into my inner corners to brighten this look up a bit. I am done setting my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I'm going to go in and use my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and then apply our gel with the lashes, and then that completes the eye look. But going back to the face, I'm just going to contour using my Kat Von D Shade Light palette and picking up the color Subconscious and just putting this everywhere I usually contour. The same thing, nothing new has changed, not even the contour shade. But honestly, this brush makes a difference. So if you have the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, I highly recommend you go and get the brush. It makes everything so easy to work with and blend with. And then for bronzing my face, I'm going in with MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer, and can we just take a minute because I am obsessed with this bronzer. It has definitely replaced my Too Faced Ross and Rachel bronzer, hands down. Like, I love this bronzer and I'm never gonna stop using it. It's by far my favorite bronzer I've ever used. And also I'm going in with Makeup Geek blush in Spellbound, and this is my newest obsession as well. Definitely replacing my favorite MAC blushes right now because I just love this blush. And then, of course, I'm going in with Becca Opal Highlighter and just putting that on the highest parts of my face, as well as my Cupid's bow. For my lips, I decided to go kind of bold as well, so I am taking Anastasia's new liquid lipstick in Craft, and this just tied so perfectly with this eye look. I can't even believe it. But you do not have to go as bold as I did. You can definitely use a nude lipstick or even like a pinky nude lipstick for this look, and it will look just as pretty. But I just wanted to go all out for this video. And then I just went in and cleaned up any mess that I might have made with some foundation and a little flat definer brush. And that, guys, concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out makeupbymichala.com for all product details, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!